Tadparam Paryaya Vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruhu Prachodayate Om Yoga Maharshi Dr. Swami Geetananda Giri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Namaste. Today is still Saturday, and so I felt that we would make sure we don't miss a scintillating Saturday and the opportunity to share, because sharing is caring, and that is the basis of a yogic life. When you care, you share, and when you share, you are expressing the care that you feel. Life has if in the center, and it is constantly giving us the opportunity to contemplate, to ruminate, and to use our power of viveka, discernment. And the power of discernment along with the power of vairagya. The power of vairagya, which is the power of non-attachment. The capacity to make the effort, have the capacity of self-reflection to know whether your effort is the effort that you are thinking you are making, and have the non-attachment to know whether the effort is the right effort, in the right way, at the right time, and whether your effort, your abhyasa, your sadhana is in tune with your dharma. Because every action you do is karma. You cannot have an action that is not a karma. Every action is karma, and the subsequent effect of the action is also karma. And when your dharma, your responsibility and your activity, your dharma and your karma, your responsibility, what is your responsibility? It is your dharma. What is your activity? It is your karma. When your responsibility and your activity go hand in hand or hand in glove, they become one. At that moment, you are living a perfectly yogic life. When dharma and karma become one, when you start to have duality, your dharma is different, your karma is different, that is where you start to create more and more loads of karma that then you have to consequently work on burning out. The if in life gives you a lot of opportunities to challenge yourself, to question yourself, and for self-inquiry. Self-inquiry, which is called Atma Vichara. Atma Vichara is the capacity to introspect, the capacity of self-reflection, which is reflective learning. We always think that learning is an external process. You are learning something out there from a textbook, from a video, from a class. But in Atma Vichara, the context of learning is you are both the learner as well as the subject matter. Because you are learning more and more about yourself, and the more you start to learn about yourself, you start to grow into your own self. You start to manifest who you truly are without all the attachments and all the distortions that come because of the klesha and karma. Klesha mula karma shaya. Maharishi Patanjali tells us that the root of the whole thing is the klesha mula. For karma shaya, klesha mula is the root. We have been talking about many of the hasta mudras, the hand gestures. And one of the most important gestures we can make is part and parcel of the Indian culture, where we bring the right and left hands together at the heart center and we perform what is called Namaskara Mudra. Namaskara Mudra. Nama means salutation. Nama means to bow. Nama means to give respect. Namaha. And we are doing an action, kara, with the hands. Hands are also kara. The action is also kara. And what are we doing? We are doing a namaha karaha, namaskaraha. And namaskaram, namaste, as they say. Namaha, I am bowing. I am offering my respect to te, to you. Not your big, fat, bloated ego, but for the divine that is manifesting in you. And hence it is so beautifully said, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you and bows to it. And who is bowing to who? The self is bowing to the self, because that is the oneness of yoga. Yoga is all about oneness. This Namaskara Mudra is one of the best gestures because the right hand is connected to the left brain. The left hand is connected to the right brain, and when you bring the right and left hands together, palm to palm, you are connecting the right and left hemispheres. You are creating a firing of the neurons. And last evening, Shailaja Menon in Malaysia and myself, we had a beautiful conversation on yoga and neuroplasticity. And our culture, the Indian culture, built all of this scientific reasoning into simple day-to-day rituals and gestures. When you meet somebody, you do Namaskara Mudra. Your right hand and left hand has come together. Your right brain and left brain has come together. The qualitative and quantitative aspects of your personality have come together. And at that point, you have become an integrated human being. You are offering your salutation to another being, and even as you are saluting the other being, you are becoming an integrated human being. What a beautiful culture, where this was accessible to every person in the culture. Everybody had an opportunity to perform Namaskara Mudra. And when you do Namaskara Mudra, your right and left brains are working together. Two aspects of your personality. The left brain is very much the type A personality, lot of stress. Because it is always thinking more about the quantity, what will I get? It is all the logical thinking, the calculation going on. Whereas the right brain is more the type B personality, take it easy baby personality. And it is sort of laid back. If I were to bring a parallel between Maharishi Patanjali, Yogeshwar Krishna's teaching and this, Abhyasa and Vairagya. Abhyasa is very much of the doing. It is more left brain. Vairagya is to let go. That is more the right brain. So Abhyasa for the left brain, Vairagya for the right brain, and Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tan Nirodha. When those chitta vrittis, the whirlpool of the chitta vritti is capturing you and pulling you down to the depths of despair, Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tan Nirodha. And Krishna says the same thing to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, when he says Abhyasena to Kauntaya Vairagya Bhyena. He brings that same concept. Lord Krishna and Maharishi Patanjali are saying the same thing. You want to control, master and transcend. Control, master and transcend your chitta vrittis. Abhyasa and Vairagya. When you bring your two hands together like this, palm to palm, and you know your palms, the palm of your hand has the whole representation of your whole body here. Every organ in your body is represented on your palm. So when you are bringing both the hands together, you are bringing the representational aspect of the whole body. Not just your hands. It's not just bringing the hands together. It is bringing your whole body together. All the organ systems, all the psychoneuroimmunology, everything you want to think about, your digestive system, your reproductive system, your endocrine system, all the way from your pineal gland down to your toes, nose to the toes. Everything is connected when you do this. And what are you doing? You are connecting everything. Yoga is all about connectivity. Yoga is all about connectivity. Connecting to each and every aspect of yourself. Your body, your emotions, your mind, your spirit. Connecting to yourself, connecting to the society in which you live, connecting to the world in which you live, and connecting to the universe in which you live. Connectivity is what yoga is all about. Disconnectivity is ayoga. And that is why the ayogi is one who is constantly disconnected and hence is perceiving duality. If you are connected, there is no duality. If I am connected with you, where is the duality? We are one and the same. When I am disconnected, I perceive duality and then you become a threat to me and the stress response comes on and I want to get rid of you. We want to be connected. When you are connected, there is no stress. How do you connect? Bring your two hands together in Namaskar Mudra. Now, our great rishis were the original scientists. The rishis were the original scientists. Asking the most important question, Koham. As Ramana Maharishi says, Nan yar. Nan yar yendru kelada manida. That just came like that. Kelada manida. Nan yar yendru kelada manida. Kelvi kelada manida. Nan yar yendru kelvi kelada manida. That is how the verse would come if I were to sing Ramana Maharishi's teachings. It just came on the spot. Kelvi kelada. Ask the question, O human being. Kelada manida. Kelvi kelada manida. Nanya yendra kelvi kelada manida. Koham. Koham. Koham is the question. And then when you realize it, the answer comes. Soham. Soham. Scintillating Swarupoham. We are of the Swarupa of Sat Chit Anandam. Interconnectivity at the highest level. Connecting to yourself, connecting to the world in which you live, and connecting to the transcendental divine. And it all starts with something very simple, Namaskara Mudra. And everybody in the culture was taught, when you meet somebody, connect with Namaskar and bow your head slightly. Nowadays, everybody's like, head up in the sky. Be connected, be humble. Humility is a sign of greatness. Have humility. Realize how puny you are compared to the universe. As Abhaya tells us, what we know is in one fist. What we don't know is the whole universe. What great culture. What great culture this culture has been. Where everybody had access to it. Whether they knew it or not, they were doing Namaskara Mudra and they were becoming an integrated human being. And then they said, Namaskara Mudra is done at the heart center, Anahata. Ahata means sound that has a cause. I clap, you hear. I snap, you hear. I made a sound, you hear. This is all ahata nada. It has a cause. Sound that has a cause is ahata. Anahata. That vibration that is causeless, that has no cause, it is just manifest. The universal vibration, that is the pranava. Tasya vachakaha pranava. And what you should do with that pranava? Tad japaha. Do japa of the pranava. How? Tadartha bhavanam. Understanding the meaning and with feeling. with meaning and feeling, repeat that primordial sound. Primordial means it has come before anything else. Pranava. Nava means new. Pranava means that which existed before anything was new. The primordial vibration is the pranava. Anahatanada. Heart center. You know what's in the heart center? The physical heart physiologically has what is called a pacemaker. The pacemaker, sinoatrial node, SA node. And this SA node, pacemaker, it will keep on beating. Once it starts beating while you are in your mother's womb, intrauterine life, it keeps on beating till the last beat where you leave this body. It's a very beautiful thing, sinoatrial node. And what does it do? Labdub, 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 labdub. Your heart is beating because of the pacemaker. It is the natural pacemaker. It sets up the sinus rhythm. The sinus rhythm means it starts in the sinoatrial node, which is in the right atrium, comes down from the right atrium through that septum, which is the septum part, and then it goes into the ventricles. SA node, AV node, Purkinje fibers, all of that starts to happen. And what is happening? From that SA node, everything is coming down. Now that SA node, which is your pacemaker, it has spontaneous impulse generating capacity. And I'm going to repeat that because some of you may not have heard it. Spontaneous impulse generating capability. It doesn't have to get a signal from the brain. It doesn't have to be reminded with a reminder on your mobile phone. It doesn't have to be told what to do. It will automatically generate an impulse approximately 72 times per minute. Automatically generate an impulse. Now go back to Anahatanada. That vibration that is without cause. Does the impulse of the SA node not sound like that beautiful Anahatanada that we are talking about? That primordial vibration that is spontaneous, without cause. The SA node, every impulse 72 times per minute. 72 is just a nice number given to it. It can range from 60 to 100 and still be normal depending on your state of activity. SA node is constantly generating, spontaneously generating its own impulse without any other cause. Isn't that beautiful? No wonder it is the heart center, Anahata. The Anahata Nada and your sinoatrial node that is spontaneously generating your impulse. This is the connectivity where spirituality, philosophy, psychology, physiology, life, everything and even nonsense comes together. Everything comes together. Nonsense, I like to play on the word in Tamil, nan, which means me. So nonsense is the sense that is made by nan. My ego makes sense, it is nonsense. Take the ego out, it becomes sense. So from nonsense to sense is egodectomy. That's when you know different languages, you can enjoy this play across languages. Anahata Nada, the heart center, that is the center of beautiful compassion, empathy and connectivity. How do you connect with others? You connect through the heart. And the hands, as I have been saying in all these mudra sessions, the hands are an extension of the heart. And through the hands we connect with others. Giving a beautiful hug. 45 seconds of a good hug, oxytocin is released. And what does oxytocin do? It creates a bonding, a trust, a loving bond between the people who are hugging. And that is why the primordial Anahata hug is the hug between the baby and the mother. That is why the relationship between mother and child is so divine. Because that hug starts even when they are intrauterine life. The father gets to hug the baby only after the baby is born. 9 months the mother and baby have been hugging each other. And that is why oxytocin is the hormone, posterior pituitary, that enables the release of the baby through the labor contraction, and then the feeding of the baby through the milk ejection reflex. And the baby and mother become one. The baby and mother become one because of oxytocin. The hands are the extension of the heart. Giving a good hug is a gesture of trust, of connectivity. We are connecting through the heart center. And what are we connecting? An integrated human being with the hands in Namaskara Mudra. When you place the Namaskara Mudra at the chest like this, you are becoming an integrated, loving, compassionate human being capable of extending your arms out to others in an embrace, creating trust, companionship, and oneness. All of this is happening just by doing this. And whether you know it or not, it is happening. What a great culture this culture was. That it built into the whole cultural ethos all of these teachings so that everybody had access to them. What is the next level of this? This is one level. The next level is you can bring it up to the throat. When you bring this Namaskar Mudra to the throat, you are bringing your hands, and by connection, the heart center now, you are bringing the integrity into the vocal apparatus. You are bringing the integrity into the Vishuddha Chakra, the center of great purity. And here, you are becoming an integrated human being who is communicating that integration. Here you are feeling the integration, here you are communicating the integration. When you do this, here. Here, creating connection, here, integration and expression of the integration. You can then bring it up here. When you bring your hands here, you are at the Arge Chakra. The Arge Chakra is the center where we have the power of choice, that superpower of being human. The power of choice in the Arge Chakra. And what have you done? Right and left hand have come together. They have come together at the Ajna, and now your heartfelt connectivity being expressed is now being integrated here together at the hypothalamo-pituitary axis. The hypothalamus and pituitary, they govern everything in you. The hypothalamus is your center. It is your center of being, your center of existence. The hypothalamus is the center of balance. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Lord Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita. The center of samatvam is the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamo-pituitary axis governs the whole process top down. The hypothalamus governs whether you eat, whether you drink, whether you don't eat, whether you don't drink. It regulates your temperature, it regulates your sex drive, it regulates your autonomic nervous system, it regulates your endocrine system. Everything you think about, the hypothalamo-pituitary axis regulates, especially the hypothalamus. It creates a balance in the center between the right and the left, between the opposites. Abhyasa and Vairagya get balanced, and you have that center of balance where Chitta Vritti Nirodha has occurred. There's balance. You have gone beyond the whirlpool. The turmoil has been transcended, and your hands are here. When do you do this? When you are meeting your Guru. This is for fellow human beings. This is when you meet people with whom you want to communicate the higher aspects. This is when you meet your Guru, someone who is awakening the higher intelligence of the Arge Chakra. The Arge Chakra, the two petals are coming open, they are becoming open with the grace of the Guru, Guru Kripa. And that Guru Kripa is awakening your Arge Chakra, and you are paying your obeisance to the Guru with the integrated right and left side balanced, your heart center, your communication center, and now you are communicating your graceful respect and gratitude to the Guru, seeking the Guru Kripa, the blessings of the Guru when the hands are here. And then you want to connect to the divine. Take the hands up over the head, the Anjali Mudra. When you do this, You are connecting to the highest level of divinity. And before that, you have the Kailash Mudra. This Kailash Mudra is you making a nice photo frame for your own head. It's always a nice mudra for photos. You create a photo frame. The yogic photo frame for the yogic selfie of Swadhyaya. When you do this, it is called Kailash Mudra. Kailash is the mount where Lord Shiva resides. The principle of pure consciousness, auspiciousness resides here. This is working again with the Sahasrara Chakra. Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna and Sahasrara Chakra, the Kailash Mudra. Again a gesture that you can use for the Guru and you can use for the Divine. And then you stretch it up. This is the gesture of aspiration. Anjali Mudra is a gesture of aspiration. You are aspiring for the higher life. That higher aspiration, and you are expressing it to the Divine. You will find so many Indians when they go into a place of worship. Arogara, Kandanakku Arogara, Vittrivel Muruganukku Arogara, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Whatever it be. They are going into the place of worship with the hands up like this. Right and left brain have come together. You have created a beautiful closed circuit. And the heart center, the communication center, the higher intelligence, the higher connectivity, all comes together as you reach up to the Divine, connecting yourself as the individual with the universe itself. We do this as a sequence of mudras in the Gitananda tradition, where what we do is normally we come into the Vajrasana or the Vira Vajrasana, and what we do is that it is like bringing the Divine down into the human. So what we do is that we breathe in and we stretch out. Then as you breathe out, you bring the hands down on top of the head into Kailash Mudra. You again breathe in the Kailash Mudra. Bring the hands to the forehead. Breathing in at the forehead. Breathing out, bringing the hands down to the throat. Breathing in at the throat. Bringing the hands back down to the chest. So we have the Anjali, Kailash, then the Namaskar at the forehead, throat, and at the heart center. This is the sequence we use. And what we are connecting to is here the Anahata, the Vishuddha, the Ajna, the Sahasrara. And when you do the Anjali Mudra like this, you are connecting to the cosmic centers, the 6 higher centers, the Anda Chakras. Sahasrara, Narayanana, Brahmananda, Trikuti, Swaminana and Muktana. All those 6 higher centers, you are opening yourself up when you do this. What a beautiful way. When we are ready, the teachings will manifest. Arvind Swami, when we are ready, the teachings will manifest. And you were ready. You came in time for today's class. You see, morning class got shifted to evening. And those of you who are here because you are to be here. Who knows when it will happen? It happened. And it happens now when you are in the now. So we breathe in. Stretching up. Breathe out there. Breathing in. Breathing out and bringing the hands to the Kailash Mudra. This is now the Sahasrara Chakra awareness. Breathing in. Breathing out and the hands at the forehead, the Arge Chakra awareness. Breathing in at the Arge Chakra. Bringing the hands to the throat, Vishuddha Chakra awareness. Breathing in and bringing the heart center awareness, the hands to the heart center. Once again, breathing in, awareness of the higher centers as you breathe out and you become one with them. Breathing in, Breathing out and bringing the hands to the Kailash Mudra. Breathing in at the Kailash Mudra. Bringing your hands to the forehead. Breathing in at the forehead. Bringing your hands down to the throat. Breathing in at the throat. And breathing out at the heart center. Let's repeat a third time. Breathing in. Breathing out. 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 When we do this mudra, what we are doing is that we are connecting to the highest, the under chakras, and then letting that universality of the under chakras come down into the Sahasrara, come down into the Agya, come down into the Vishuddha, and come and settle into the Anahata, and helping us to awaken and become connected with these higher energies. Often people say, what about the lower chakras? I say the lower chakras are already quite active and they are quite busy. Your Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, those three are already quite busy in your day-to-day activity and keeping you alive and on this planet. But the higher centers are often not connected. You are disconnected to them. And these type of practices help us connect to the highest. It is like you're bringing the universality down into the individual. The individual is becoming empowered with the universal energy. Now this can be taken forward by adding a chanting to it. And what we do is we add, for example, we can just add the Om. As I said, Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. The Om is that primordial vibration. So what do? We are going to be breathing in and stretching up. As we breathe out, we bring the hands down and we are chanting a long Omkar at that point. We'll do 3 rounds of this. Breathing out. Breathing in. Again, breathing in and stretching up. Once more, breathing in and stretching up. So one was the breath awareness at each point. Second is the Om. You can make it a multiple Om also. For example, breathing in. Om, 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 Om. Again, breathing in. Om, 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 Om. Once more, breathing in and stretching up. You can then add the Om Namah Shivaya. This is said to be the mantra for the chakras according to the Tirumula's Tirumandiram. Namah Shivaya. The Panchakshara with the Om becomes the mantra for the awakening of our connectivity to the chakras. So again, Om Namah Shivaya. Breathing in and stretching up. Om Namah Shivaya. Breathing in and stretching up. Om Namah Shivaya. And then all of it is the grace of the Guru. Na gurur adhikam tattvam, na gurur adhikam tapaha, tattvajnana param nasti, tasmai shri gurave namaha. That Guru can be invoked here because Ishvara is the highest Guru. Purveshamapi guruhu kale nana vachedat. So let's invoke the Guru. Breathing in, stretching up. Om Guruve Sharanam. Breathing in and stretching up. Om Guruve Sharanam. Stretching up again. Om Guruve Sharanam. So many different ways this practice can be used. And each time we do this practice, we are creating connectivity. That is what mudras are all about. Creating connectivity, intrapersonal connectivity, interpersonal connectivity, and transpersonal connectivity. Because connectivity is yoga. Yoga is connectivity between each and every component of who you are. And when all the components are working together, there's a beautiful musical orchestra happening. When they are not working together, it is cacophony. When your liver is going oink and the heart is going boo, that's cacophony when parts of you are not working together. When they all work together, it's a beautiful Om. A beautiful manifestation of the divine vibration of the pranava. That is what this is all about. And what a great culture where everybody was taught, bring your hands together. Your right and left brains come together. Bring it to your heart center, you connect to the heart and you become a heartful human being. Connect it to your throat center, become someone who communicates that integration in thought, word and deed. Bring it up to the Ajna. Connect the higher aspects of your Viveka, Vairagya, your Buddhi, di. That Buddhi, where the three powers, Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti can come alive in you. The power of intent, Ichcha Shakti. The power of wisdom, Jnana Shakti. And the power of dynamic action, Kriya Shakti, representing Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Kriya Shaktiyum, Icha Shaktiyum, Jnana Shaktiyum Niye. Kriya Shakti, Durga, Icha Shakti, Lakshmi, and Jnana Shakti, Saraswati. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Tunai Purindavulvaye, Maye. Kriya Shaktiyum, Icha Shaktiyum, Jnana Shaktiyum Niye. Mahatripura Sundari Taye, Adipara Shaktiyai, Manamagilum, Kriya Shaktiyum, Icha Shaktiyum, Jnana Shaktiyum Niye. Mahatripura Sundari Taye, Adipara Shaktiyai, Manamagilum, Kriya Shaktiyum, Icha Shaktiyum, Jnana Shaktiyum Niye. Kriya Shakti, the Durga, the power of action, dynamic action. Kriya Shakti. Icha Shakti, the power of intent, Lakshmi Shakti. And Jnana Shakti, Saraswati. They all come alive. And then you connect to the higher center, the Sahasrara, connected to the pineal gland. We were talking about melatonin last night in our conversation. The pineal gland is your psychic antenna to the universal communication. You have your dish antenna, you have your phone antennas. We have our own cosmic antenna, the psychic cosmic antenna, which is the pineal gland, connecting us to the cosmos. And if you want to be connected to the cosmos, you should be in a cyclic pattern like the cosmos. And the planet on which we live has a cyclic pattern called a circadian rhythm. Our sleep-wake cycle should be in tune with that circadian rhythm. That is why melatonin is secreted in the dark, serotonin in the light. Serotonin for the sun, melatonin for the moon. That's how I remember these things. S for S, serotonin for sun. So in the morning, you should have serotonin. Get up and be in a good mood and activity. Melatonin for the moon at night. Have a good night's sleep so that the next day the serotonin can again keep you going till the melatonin's duty time has come. 12-hour duty between melatonin and serotonin. And serotonin, the precursor of melatonin. How do you get serotonin into your system? Laugh a lot. A nice belly laugh. Like those old Tamil movie villains. Ha 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 ha. Huh? It should be a belly laugh, not a Most people don't even laugh to jokes these days. It should be down here. Ha 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 ha. That is the type of energy, and even my crows are giving me the background music to it. Ha 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 ha. It should be ha 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 ha. And you get enough serotonin to keep you going. Be in a good mood, feel good, have a nice sense of humor. Be like a human being, not like a jada, a dead body. Most people are such dead body jadas running around that even yoga has become jada yoga. Dead body yoga is what people have these days. Along with Barbie yoga, plasticized yoga. Barbie doll yoga and jada yoga, dead body yoga. Have life in your yoga, have life in your life. Laugh, smile, ha 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 ha. That is why we have this Hakara Kriya. Because the serotonin is secreted down here, your sun center. This is your solar plexus, your solar brain, the sun brain. This is the moon brain. Get the serotonin moving from here to here. Feel good. Make others feel good. You should feel good and you should make others feel good. Then you are living a good life. If you feel miserable and are making others feel miserable, for God's sake, go and get some help. Being human is to make others feel good. To feel good and make others feel good. Even in the most difficult times, can you be a source of support? Can you be a source of support and not someone comes and goes, my life is so bad, and you say, my life too. Both of you jump in the well. That's low level of dopamine, low level of serotonin, and you go jump in the well. Get out there. Ha, 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 ha. You want connectivity. Ho, 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 ho. You want a bit more connectivity. He. Remember that crazy part of you that just is interested in staying alive. Me. Move from the back of your head, that is survival mode, to the living mode, which is the front of the head. Thee. And then you say, I know it's all nonsense. Go. Or po. Ciao. Or whatever you do in Italian. Or ciao in Hindi. Use whatever you want. Throw it away. Why hold it and become a heavy weight and sink to the bottom of the ocean? Be light. Yoga is about lightness. Luminosity and a lightness. Lagutvam, it is said. Be light like a feather. Be light in your mood. Be light in your joy. Be light in your sharing. Be light in your thought, word, and action. because you are the best light for yourself. Be a light onto yourself. And when you shine bright, that light will support others also. The sun is going down, so we're losing a bit of light. And before we lose too much light, we'll close today's session. This morning I couldn't do my Scintillating Saturdays, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't miss a Scintillating Saturday, so we just had it in the evening. If you don't do it in the morning, do it in the evening. If not serotonin, let melatonin do it, right? Never stop sharing, never stop caring. Because when you share and you care, you are truly living as a human being. I think that's a good place to stop. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shantihi 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 Om. Thank you so much for being with me this evening and making sure that I could have a nice Saturday, and all is well with the world. So keep it going for another day. See you when we meet up next. Till then, ciao, namaste, dhanyavadaha.